How would you like to earn 12, 15, or 18% return on your investment? Hi guys, Mark Balash here. Every state, county, and city collect taxes. The largest tax base collected in the United States is property tax. If the property taxes don't get paid, the money stops coming into the county, city, or municipality. If the money stops coming in, the county will not be able to pay for hospitals, police, fire departments, schools, and maintaining parks and roads. What the counties do to survive is they offer tax lien certificates in order for them to get the money they need to pay for all those services our communities need. Tax lien certificates are administered by government, secured by real estate, and enforced by state law. It is written in the Constitution and cannot be changed unless there is a vote. There are over 4,000 counties, taxing jurisdictions, and municipalities in the United States. Roughly half of these states offer tax lien certificates, and the other half offer tax deeds. Some states offer both tax liens and tax deeds, and we call them hybrid states. By the way, you can find the list of states that offer tax liens and tax deeds in the description below. There are also redeemable states: Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. Those states have what's called a redemption period that varies from state to state. So what is a tax lien certificate? It is a first position lien on a property due to delinquent property taxes. Tax lien certificates are first position liens that take precedence over all other liens, including the mortgage. Again, it's a lien opposed on a property for non-payment of property taxes. This is how it works. If somebody is delinquent on property taxes, the county will offer them up to the general public in the form of an auction. The money will be collected from investors that purchase tax lien certificates. Essentially, investors are stepping in and lending the money to the county in exchange for an interest, and that could be anywhere from 10 up to 50% or more, depending on the municipality. An investor will receive a certificate that is being recorded with the county's courthouse. In order for the county to offer a certificate at the auction, the property will need to be delinquent for up to a year or more, depending on that particular state. There are two ways an interest is being paid: annualized rate of return and the penalty. For example, in the state of Florida, a tax lien certificate will pay an 18% annualized rate of return and minimum 5% penalty. There are three types of bidding methods: premium bidding auction, bid down the interest rate, and rotational bidding. With premium bidding auction, you are bidding up the price of a tax lien certificate. Let's say you are at the auction, you're looking at to purchase a certificate worth $500, and the price of that certificate of $500 keep increasing. With bid down interest rate, it's exactly what it sounds like. It starts at 18% and it keeps bidding down. So let's say it's at 18%, regardless of what the price is, and then it goes down to 17 3/4, 17 1/2, 17 1/4, 17, 16 3/4, and it keeps bidding down, and the successful bidder is the person willing to purchase it at the lowest interest. Now here's a little tip. You can bid it all the way down to nearly zero, like let's say 1%. And why would somebody do that? Well, a couple of options. Depending on the strategy you're playing, but you are still getting at least 5% with penalties. So if you see anyone bidding certificates all the way to 1%, he knows that he's getting at least minimum 5% that is guaranteed from the penalties. There might be other scenarios. You still can get full 18%. For even though the first year you bid it down to 1%, the next year you may get 18, but that's completely different. That's for a different video. But there are different options out there. But just remember, if you see someone getting a bunch of certificates at 1%, now you know why, because he knows he's at least getting 5%, which he's happy with. The last one is rotational bidding. Not very common, but I believe it's still out there. And basically the way it's done is they would tell the bidder to pick up any tax lien on the list. and they would continue to go around until all certificates are sold. One of the things you will notice that many municipalities are moving away from live auctions and are converting into online auctions. How can you purchase a tax lien certificate and where? Tax lien certificates can be purchased at the county, either at a live auction, which you will need to attend personally unless you have a proxy bidder, a realtor, or someone bidding on your behalf, or at an online auction. You would have to register for in advance, pay a deposit, and it's an online process. It's pretty straightforward. You can also purchase over-the-counter tax lien certificates, and they may call them different ways in different regions, but ultimately it's the same thing. There are certificates that have not been sold at a previous auctions. Simply call the county or find the list online of tax liens that are available to be purchased today, possibly at a discount, without going to an auction again. A lot of people tend to think that over-the-counter liens are all junk. That is not the case. You will find that there are decent liens to be found if you really look. And that concludes the first part of this video. I look forward to seeing you all in the second part, where we'll talk about tax lien certificates in more details, the risks, some of the advantages of investing in this amazing space. Thank you, guys.